Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to Figure Bros. My name is Philip, and today we have Revoltech amazing Yamaguchi Agent Venom. I cannot wait to get into this review with you guys. I really do believe that this figure has all the makings to be considered figure of the year. I think when it's all said and done with, and 2024 comes to an end, I do believe that we would be looking back at the year and saying, hey, what would like top 5 figures, top figure of the year? I really do think we're going to be heavily considering that Revoltech's Agent Venom will definitely be in that consideration. So let's see if my suspicion is right. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at the box presentation. So we do get, of course, the action figure on the front, Revoltech, Agent Venom, pretty standard. On the side, we get some more Revoltech Agent Venom, some side artwork, and we actually get it on both sides too, so you get a little more here. Him with all his different, some of his accessories, different poses, different alternative heads. On the back, we get a bevy of photos and him doing a bunch of poses here, some really cool sick poses, and my favorite part right here, this little subcategory, it says option parts, basically all the accessories you can see right there. It's a great box. Artwork on the front and on the sides and on the back. On the back, we get the action figure itself, different poses, and you can see the accessories he comes with. So pretty good box there. Now let's go ahead and get into the nitty gritty. Let's bust them out and go ahead and take a look at the articulation. All right, you guys, we are all set to take a look at the articulation for this Revoltech Agent Venom. This thing is just off the charts. First off, off the charts, just beautiful looking in hand, and there's some really cool ingenuity with the articulation, so let's go ahead and jump right into that. First and foremost, we're going to start off with the head. He doesn't have a lot of back movement because of this piece right here, but you can pop off the head and take that off. I'll demonstrate here later on. Downward motion though, I mean, he's got a bunch of downward motion that you guys can see. Up, not much. Side to side, again, a little bit hindrance from this little neck pad, I guess we'll call it. So I'll go ahead and now demonstrate. You can just pop that right off. And then this piece slides down. It actually does have a spot for it, and then you just pop him back on. So now his head motion, he's got a little bit more, and then you can see just a bunch of downward, side to side. Really kind of gives it off a little more of a symbiote vibe here. So really good neck movement there. Okay, moving on to the arms. Now this is where I've never seen ingenuity like this before, at least not on, any other action figures. You can see we have a ball joint inside the chest right here. And you guys can see how much movement out of the arm you can really get with this piece. Now, when you do all that movement, there is some gapping in the back and some weird gapping in the front right there. But that's okay because there's a way to hide it all. So also starting off with the arms, let's go ahead and move these little shoulder pads. You guys can see, you guys can get some really good motion. I do like that these things move, and I do think the reason why they do all this is so you can get really extreme arm poses. You guys can see inside here all of the ball joints right inside there. Elbows do pretty good there. You guys, again, you pretty much can see all the joints, right? All the ball joints. Hands, got a little bit of a hinge there. Not much going on with the hands. Torso, we get an amazing ab crunch. I mean, we can really get this guy looking forward, really get this guy looking back, which is unbelievable right there. And again, the only thing that's a problem is you get this gapping right there. To me, it's not that big of a deal. Side to side, again, there is some gapping. I would have liked for them to close that up a little bit, but as far as articulation goes, I mean, you can get him in whatever pose you want. I mean, for Christ's sakes, even these things have a ball joint on his little side pouch, so you can even just, like, even that is articulated, which is just laughable and so funny, and that's Revoltech at its finest. Moving down to the legs, we do get a nice kick out there. How about kick back? Not as much. This piece right here is stopping us from getting there all the way back. We do have a thigh cut right inside there, so that's pretty good. Knees, I mean, full 90 degrees for the knees. You can pretty much kick his own ass, and that's what we love. We also get another cut right inside here, and then for the toe hinge, we get all of that up and down. Ankles are a little bit lacking here because he does have this stopping him from doing full range of motion. The good news is this is very, very soft plastic. So you can bend a little bit more and get a little bit out of it, which is not that big of a deal. Splits, we can't get full splits either, because again, all this stuff is inside here stopping us. You can get as much as you want out like that, you know, but that's a little funky. So you almost can get some splits, but not the way you probably want it to. You're gonna have to manipulate it a little bit, which is, you know, not bad. So that's the articulation for Agent Venom. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the accessories. All right, you guys, we are back now. We're gonna go over some looking designs, and we're gonna go over all of the great accessories. And because there was a lot of accessories here and some great ones, and it was really hard to fit it all into one frame here, but I think I managed to pull it off pretty well. So first and foremost, I do want to talk and touch base on some of the looking designs. The design on him is like damn near flawless. From all of like the paint brushing, like the actual symbiote part of him really has a different like shine on it. And I love that they did different paints versus like his actual suit. So you have like a mesh of his actual suit, which looks really good, by the way, his actual gear. And then you can see where the symbiote shines through from the shoulder pads to the forearms all the way down to his legs. I mean, the detailing for him is just off the charts. The paint is applied very, very well here. Where I do have an issue with a little bit of the design, and of course that's going to happen when you have these bulkier-esque figures that have armor pieces, is yes, I wish the armor was a little more flexible to get out of my way, especially when you're doing like the splits, the ankles. We have a little bit of issue of the ankles. Like I told you guys, it is soft, so you can get some ankle movement out of there, but it really is hindered by that piece as well. I honestly think they should have just kind of edged it off or cut it off just a little bit more so we can get more out of the ankles, but it still works. It's not like it's a make or break or anything like that. So that's it for as far as look and design. I mean, he looks almost flawless. So let's go ahead and talk about some accessories here. So we have some really cool accessories. First and foremost, love my favorite accessories of any Revoltech is that when we get this little handstand, I do love the detailing on the hand too. You guys can see there's some really, really nice hands. And I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but there's some veins running through this one. And this you could see is a little more of the symbiote coming out as they're pretty much sharper-esque hands there. Some standard hands right here. And then of course, more of the symbiote hands coming through there. Love that we get this much, these many hands. I think it's really good. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Love that 6 sets of hands all ready to come with, plus the 2 standard you have. 7 sets, I think is pretty good number. We also get some goggles for his accessories that I kept them in because I do not want to lose them. Plus, it would be really hard for the camera to pick these up. So there you go. That's pretty much how you can change the look of his head. Unfortunately, no alternative head with this one, which I'm a little disappointed about. I do think for the price that we're paying for, I do think we should have gotten an alternative Venom head. I do know he comes with one of the exclusives. I think you have to buy it from Revoltech directly, which I think is silly. I think they should have all had it. And that's just me though. We do get some gun effects right here, and we do get some web effects as well, some really nice ones, only 2 of them. We do get one symbiote-esque claw here. I do wish there was one more of these as well. Only getting 1 here, a little disappointing. Now, these are all his tendrils. They peg in very well to the back. They're tight fitted. And then you can also see to the top of this, they attach to the smaller ones like so. So very, very good there. And they fit almost perfectly. Like I had no problems getting mine in, and you can just, the cool thing is too, with all of these holes in the back, you can pretty much manipulate it however you want, and it looks really, really dope. So I mean, like, and yes, they do have different points of articulation on all of them. So it's really, really cool. I love this already. This is why I think Agent Venom is going to be one of my favorite, and like I said, for me, candidate for figure of the year. Okay, moving on now for more accessories. We do get a nice grenade launcher. Really, really cool here. I would have also liked one more gun, not including these ones. I mean, like, I would have liked another, like, maybe like an AR-esque gun. I think that would have been really cool, but again, not a deal breaker because there are so many weapon packs and stuff like that out there. You can pretty much get whatever gun you want for him. This is a little unique as well. We do get some side holsters, and we get basically like half guns. They peg right inside to give off the look of the gun in the holster, but they're really just half guns. And then of course, these holsters peg on the side of him. You can easily just pop them on and off right there for the pegs. Pretty easy, pretty standard. Pretty Revoltech. So nothing crazy going on there. And then of course, we get some more pouches. We get 2 of them. That can be holds for ammo, I'm guessing, or for whatever else, just more look and designs. And then of course we get 4 of their standard guns. They're not on par with like G.I. Joe Classified or even Mezco, but you know, they're pretty much just all one colored paint. Nothing crazy going on here. Like, they couldn't even paint the handles for us different colors or give us like a grip on the handle. They're pretty much very generic. So as far as accessories go, some really cool ones and some really just okay ones. I honestly will probably be buying like a Mezco weapon pack, or just going through my G.I. Joe Classified and pulling out some better guns there. But still pretty good. We're going to move now to the final verdict, where I'm going to grade Agent Venom on a grading scale of 1 through 100. So stick around for that. If you made it this far, please hit that like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. And now, on with the final verdict. All right, you guys, we are now here at the final verdict for Revoltech's Agent Venom, and I'm going to go ahead and do this just a little bit differently. I'm going to go ahead and put the score right up on the screen, then I'm going to go over each category and why I gave it the score I gave it. So the final verdict score for Agent Venom, we ended up giving him a 94 out of 100, giving him a solid A grade. I do think this figure is a must-have, and a 94 is arguably the highest grade I've ever given a figure. And again, I told you guys going into this review, I said I do think this is going to be on par with what I would consider a figure of the year, and I definitely do think Agent Venom, as of right now, is my best figure. Like, it would be #1 figure of the year. It's the best figure I've had in my hands thus far this year, and I've had some great ones. But let's go ahead and go over the box score, and I'll give you guys some quick final thoughts. So the score for box presentation, we gave it a 20 out of 20. You guys saw in the beginning, the box was excellent. It's compact, mid-size box, shows off the actual action figure on the front, and then like basically all the accessories on the back and all different poses that you can do with him. Really good for the box right there. 20 out of 20. Next up was articulation. We ended up going with an 18 out of 20. I do have a couple of questions with the articulation, particularly with the head and the ankles. Just don't think these are some really good ankles, but again, that's just 2 points off. They're still pretty good, and they're going to get the job done. Next up, look and design. I mean, solid 20 out of 20. The look and design is uncanny with Agent Venom. The design is excellent. The tendrils are excellent. Everything is just excellent. The painting applied, just beautiful. I mean, just look at this thing. It's just flawless, man. Just a beautiful looking figure. So 20 out of 20 there. Accessories, 19 out of 20. I'm missing either one gun, or I definitely think I'm missing my alternative head. I do think for the price you're paying, I think Agent Venom should have had an alternative Venom head for all of them. Not just if you purchase directly from Revoltech. They all should have came with an alternative Venom head. That's just my opinion. You guys can comment down below if you agree or disagree. Next up is price. I ended up giving it a 17 out of 20 for price. If you go to Toy Plaza Japan or something like that, which is where I believe this is where I got mine, he's $79.24. Once you apply shipping, it's going to come out to, I think I paid $104.24. So for $104, I think I'm definitely getting a great deal, especially because if you purchase him on Big Bad Toy Store, you're going to pay $134 plus shipping, so almost $140. $140 for this is too much. If you buy it from Toy Plaza Japan, $104 is about perfect, and if you paid $80 and shipping wasn't as much as it was, that would be like icing on the cake. It probably would have gotten a 20 out of 20 even for price, which would have definitely given almost a perfect 100 grade score. All in all, my final thoughts is this is a must-have figure, and as it stands right now, I am going with Agent Venom figure of the year. Now, there's still plenty of time left in the year. Something can come along that really blows me out of the water, but as it stands right now, this is the best figure I've had this year in my hands that I've been able to review. And like I said, I can't wait to just do all different poses, take different photos, get different characters with him. It's a lot of fun. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Get yourself Agent Venom if you haven't already. Again, that's where we stand, 94 out of 100. You guys, if you guys made it this far, thank you so much. Hit that like button. If you're new, consider that subscribe button. Comment down below if you agree or disagree with the score, and if you think Agent Venom is at the very least a top 5 figure of the year. That is going to do it for me in this review. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. My name is Philip, signing out. I'll catch you guys next time.